the recording is on. So I'll start sharing my screen as well. Just let me know if it's visible. Is it? Cool. Alright. So today's session, as was mentioned on the brochure, is going to be about stakeholders and impacts. Okay. Now what about stakeholders and what about impacts? See, the question firstly lies that who are these stakeholders? Who or what are these stakeholders? Okay. This is the first question that we are going to answer, and then the second portion largely would be about impact. So let's first come to the first thing over here. Who are sorry, you do know? Okay, but still we'll still repeat for everyone else watching the recording. We'll just quickly repeat who they are. But meanwhile, would you like to tell us who these stakeholders are? For example, examinations have throttled the Indian education system. Throttled, or examinations have failed the Indian education system. Okay, and you've largely told the right ones, but a big one which you haven't told us right now. Apart from them, who do these teachers teach to? The students, exactly. So, as Medhansh very clearly pointed out, that of course stakeholders depend upon motion to motion, but for any given motion, stakeholders are the people or living or non-living things that are affected by the debate topic. Okay? Every debate topic affects certain groups of people. These groups of people will be known as the stakeholders for that motion. Now, who can these? So first, as you clearly said, that if the motion was examinations have failed the Indian education system, then the stakeholders in this motion can be students, teachers, the parents of these students, and the Indian education system as a whole, society at large, right? So, for example, these can be the stakeholders. There can be others as well, but these are the most important ones. Then the next thing that we need to understand is that who can be a stakeholder. I mean, who or what can be a stakeholder. I've understood that a stakeholder is someone who is getting affected by the motion. But does it necessarily have to be a living being? No. A stakeholder can be a person, it can be an animal, as well as it can be an abstract idea like democracy, nationalism, etc. So it can be anything. It can be something tangible, that is something that you can touch, see and feel, as well as it can be something intangible that you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot feel. Right? It can be a country, it can be an organization, it can be anything. Right? तो चाहे कोई लिविंग थिंग हो, चाहे कोई नॉन लिविंग थिंग हो, चाहे कोई एब्स्ट्रैक्ट चीज़ हो, एज लॉन्ग एज हमारा डिबेट मोशन उस चीज़ को अफेक्ट करता है या उससे रिलेटेड है, देन इट विल बी नोन एज अ स्टेक होल्डर फॉर आवर मोशन. ठीक है. अब these stakeholders are of varying degrees of importance. So for every motion, there will be some very proximate or important stakeholders, okay, who are directly or mostly affected by the motion, okay. Then there can also be a little less important stakeholders who are not getting directly but getting indirectly affected by the motion. And the third is very loose, and these are not like some specific terms, I'm just using them to make you understand. The third can be very loose stakeholders. These are the people who maybe don't even know what is going on in the motion, but somewhere from very far away, somehow they are getting affected. This will be more clear when we will talk about impacted. But अभी के लिए हमारे लिए समझना ज़्यादा क्या ज़रूरी है, that हर मोशन में whatever stakeholders you find out, आप किस स्टेक होल्डर को कितनी इंपॉर्टेंस दे रहे हो वो भी ज़रूरी है समझना. जैसे इस मोशन में जो हमने अभी करा, एग्जामिनेशंस हैव थ्रॉटल्ड, हैव फेल्ड द इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम, इसमें students might be the most important stakeholder, and maybe after them their parents and teachers, and maybe then very far away somewhere we have the society, right? तो आपके स्टेक होल्डर्स को आप कैटेगराइज करते हो, यू कैटेगराइज देम इनटू डिफरेंट buckets of importance, and then accordingly you give your impacts, you go ahead with your debate topic. Is this clear? Any doubts till now? Medhavi, since you've just joined in, we've till now done only one thing, that who are stakeholders. Stakeholders are these people who are most affected by your debate motion. These are the stakeholders. They can be a person, they can be an animal, an abstract idea, so anything that you can touch, see and feel, as well as anything that you cannot touch, see and feel. It can be an organization, it can be a country, it can be anything, right? Then these stakeholders are of varying degrees of importance for your topic. You should prefer to help those who are more important for your debate motion, right? Is there any doubt in all of this? So I'll give you two examples of all three. Firstly, we'll do this again with this topic only, and then we'll again do it with some other topic. So let's say that our motion is examinations have failed the Indian education system. In this debate topic, we've identified that these are the stakeholders: students, teachers, parents, education system, society at large, etc. There can be others as well. Now in this motion, students are the ones who are getting most affected by the topic, right? Because they are the ones giving exams, and they are the ones whose life is directly getting harmed by giving these exams, okay? So the most proximate or the most important stakeholder we have is students in this case, okay? Then the next thing, we talk about parents and teachers. Now they are not giving exams, their lives are not getting directly impacted because of this failure of education system, but ultimately because it is their students who are getting impacted by it, or because it is their children, their kids who are getting impacted by it, and their kids and children are probably going to ensure that their parents have a better life afterwards. तो अगर बच्चों का ही जीवन अच्छा नहीं होगा तो वो पेरेंट्स को बेटर लाइफ कैसे देंगे? So the parents are getting impacted, they are getting affected because the education system has failed them, has failed the students, yet they are not getting directly affected by this failure of education system. So I'll put teachers and students, and parents, teachers and parents in the second bucket. The third bucket is society at large. If you talk about society at large, it is getting affected by this motion, but society at large is generally not seen as a very generally not in some motions it might be, but generally it is not seen as a very proximate as a very important stakeholder, and so even here as well I am going to put it in the third bucket. Now also understand that these buckets are not some fixed categorizations that you necessarily need to make, or that you necessarily need to tell the judges or give arguments according to. But these give you some sort of a mental idea, some sort of a decision making, that if at any point I need to prioritize an argument, if there is an argument that can either benefit the students or the parents and teachers, then probably for this motion, since the students are the more important ones, then I shall be preferring them over teachers and parents. तो वहाँ पर decision making में आपको मदद मिलती है. This ultimately helps you out when you are giving the importance of your argument. So let's say that your opponent gives an argument which is a very good one, has a lot of impacts, but ultimately it's centered around teachers and parents. Then you have an argument which is also very good, has a lot of impacts, and then you can go on to tell in its importance. Let's see, panel, the judges, for this motion, our most important stakeholder is the students, because these people are the ones whose life is getting most affected and directly affected by the debate topic. That is why we should prefer any argument or any benefit that comes to these students directly, instead of talking about benefits that will be sent to the teachers or the parents who are not so very important for this motion, right? तो वहाँ पर आपको ये स्टेक होल्डर्स का कैटेगराइजेशन हेल्प करेगा in showing the importance of your argument. Okay, so these categorizations are important because they give you some sort of a mental model, some sort of decision making, and some sort of help in when you are talking about the importance of your arguments. But otherwise, even if for some stakeholders which category is more important is not very clear, then understand that these distinctions are not so required. What's important for you is that you have a mental model that this is the this is like the level of importance for every stakeholder. For me, I'll give the most priority to the student and the least priority to the society at large. That should be clear in your mind. Okay, now let's see another topic. So for example, we have a debate topic um, which is that social media uh, has destroyed the the friends. Social media has destroyed youth's friendships. Okay, not a very clearly worded motion because I've just thought of it right now. But yeah. Okay, Midash, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, but understand me, Dash. Uh, इस टॉपिक में हम क्या कह रहे हैं? इस टॉपिक में what we are saying is that examinations have failed Indian education system in the sense that examinations are something which is not doing a lot of good to the education system. It is not leading to any kind of development for the students, and that is why it is not very helpful for them. That is what this debate motion is talking about. It's not saying that we'll scrap off all the exams wala system from education system. Even in that case, the students would have been the most affected ones. But yeah, over here, that is not even the point of discussion. The point of discussion is whether exams are helpful for the education system and for the students or not. Okay? Ab, when you are talking about whether something is helpful for the education system, then who are the ones who will be most affected if education system is good or bad? Tell me that. Students, right? So if you are saying that education system is good or education system is bad, the one who is going to be most affected by it is the students, right? Similarly, when you are saying over here that examinations have failed the Indian education system, here as well you are saying that examinations की वजह से Indian education system has become bad or good depending upon whether you are going for the motion or against the motion. But yeah, so you're saying that education system has become good or bad because of examinations. Then because education system good या bad होगा उससे the most important stakeholder is the students. Similarly यहाँ पर भी most important stakeholder will be the students. Okay. So now, if we have another debate topic, and let's not take this one, let's just take that. Okay. Yeah. Um, let's see that climate change is irreversible. Okay, if this is the debate topic that we have, then the stakeholders in this case can be, of course, the society, because who is getting affected by climate change? The society. Other living organisms, because yeah, they as well die when temperatures rise, etc., etc. Environment. Environment is a stakeholder. Okay. Environmentalists as well, that they will come in the society. Okay. These are largely the most important stakeholders over here. All right. Now, over here, if I talk about the most important stakeholder, then in this, yeah, exactly, in this case, it's the environment. And after that, if we were to prioritize someone, then because we humans are very selfish idiots, we'll prioritize society before, and then the third priority for us would be other living organisms. Okay. Now, let's take another motion. Let's take maybe that we will India will prevent any Indian from settling abroad. Okay, like जो भी Indians they move abroad to America, to Russia, etc. For work, will prevent all of that. We'll say that no, Indians, you will stay in India. If this is what government is saying, right? Then the stakeholders in this case can be, go on, Indians. Okay, who else will be the stakeholder? Not exactly. Foreigners are not going to be very much affected by this motion, but yeah, we can maybe keep them at a very low priority. Indians, okay. Country, great. Country as well will be a country, that is India, would as well be a very important stakeholder over here. And anyone else? No. Okay. Other countries as well would be the stakeholders over here. And as Medhansh said, when you're talking about other countries, the foreigners as well would be the stakeholders. Okay. Now, if we were to rank them on the basis of this priority, then who would be the most important priority for us? Correct. Indians and India, right? The country and the Indians. Then at the second number, we'll have other countries, because they as well are going to be affected when we do not move abroad and settle there. But these are not the ones who are getting very directly affected. These are as well getting directly affected, but not as much as the first ones are. Okay, so other countries and foreigners as well would be our second priority. Okay. Similarly, if we come to some other debate topic, what was the debate topic that I gave you all that day? Just give me a sec, I'll check it out. Okay, we've already done that one. No worries. Then let's say that social media has destroyed friendships. If this is the topic, friendships among you. Okay? If this is the topic, then who are going to be the stakeholders? Humans, or more specifically, because this motion is talking about youth. So the youth will be a stakeholder. And okay, might be no worries. See, in every motion, it's not very important as well that you'll have 10 or 5 stakeholders, right? It totally depends, right? We did multiple motions over here. One of us gave us these many stakeholders, like around 5, 6. The other one gave us just 3, one gave us 4, the other one maybe just gave us 2, right? Or maybe just 1 if we focus, if we see the more important one, right? So the number of stakeholders in a motion might depend, and if it's very few, then it's great for you. But if it's large, if the number of stakeholders, number of people getting affected is high, then you need to think which one of these are you going to prioritize and which one of these are you going to keep at a lower priority. Is that understood? Cool. If there are any doubts, you are always free to ask. Then we come to the next thing that we need to do today, that is impacting. Now, impacting is basically what we've done earlier as well. The meaning is the same, that what is the result of whatever we are speaking, right? What is the result of our argument? What is the result of a policy that we are proposing? What is the result of a change that we are proposing, of anything? उससे क्या असर पड़ेगा, क्या इफेक्ट होएगा, उससे क्या रिजल्ट आएगा, दैट इज इम्पैक्ट्स. ठीक है, एंड उसी को बताने की प्रोसेस को भी कॉल इम्पैक्टिंग. ठीक है, अभी देयर आर सेवरल वेज टू डू दिस, एंड वन ऑफ द अप्रोचेस इज दैट यू टेल हाउ योर स्टेक होल्डर्स आर गेटिंग अफेक्टेड. ठीक है, we've done that for this motion. We identify the stakeholders and we rank them on the basis of priority. Then if you have any argument, then for that argument which stakeholder is being affected and by how, if you tell that, then you will get a lot of impacts for a single argument itself. So for example, we have this argument over here, we have this motion: examinations have failed in Indian education system. Then for an argument, let's say, I'll do that again. Just a second. Yep. So we have this debate motion. Then we have these stakeholders. Okay, good. So we have this motion: examinations have failed the Indian education system. And let's say that I was speaking in favor of the motion. I am saying that yes, examinations have failed the Indian education system. Then maybe I give this argument that it shifts the focus from studying to understand to rote learning and grabbing marks. कि मतलब एग्जाम्स की वजह से जो माइंडसेट शिफ्ट हो जाता है. अब ध्यान इस पे नहीं है कि हम कॉन्सेप्ट समझ सकें, ध्यान इस पे है कि हम रट कर ज़्यादा मार्क्स ला सकें. दिस इज द आर्ग्यूमेंट दैट आई हैड थॉट ऑफ. आई गेव द रीजनिंग, मैंने कुछ भी रीजनिंग इसके लिए दी थी. नाउ व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इम्पैक्ट्स, I can say how all of these stakeholders are getting affected because of this argument. So I can say that as a result of this, students don't actually learn the concepts that they are studying. This results to a shallow understanding of the subject, ultimately leading to difficulty in applying it, चाहे वो फिर जॉब्स में फिर उनको दिक्कत करेगा क्योंकि उनको एप्लीकेशन समझ नहीं आता, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. तो वैसे हमने स्टूडेंट्स का बता दिया. यस मितांश, गो ऑन. ठीक है, एक चीज़ समझो, आप जब भी किसी डिबेट मोशन के या किसी भी सोल्यूशन की बात करते हो दुनिया में, तो उसका एम ये नहीं होता कि एकदम से दुनिया स्वर्ग बन जाएगी या सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. उसका एम बस ये होता है कि अगर अभी हमारा हार्म -20 है तो वो कम होकर -18 हो जाए या -19 भी हो जाए तो चलेगा. ठीक है, हाँ, मे बी कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स में तब भी रोट लर्निंग की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, बट क्या एग्जामिनेशंस की वजह से वो रोट लर्निंग की रिक्वायरमेंट और बढ़ गई है? बिल्कुल। जहाँ पर पहले फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स जैसे, नॉट केमिस्ट्री बट एटलीस्ट फिजिक्स और मैथ्स जैसे सब्जेक्ट्स में आप अंडरस्टैंडिंग पे फोकस कर सकते थे, वहाँ पर आप रट के डेफिनेशन लिख के वो कर रहे हो। तो अगर हिस्ट्री जैसे सब्जेक्ट्स, एक बार को मैं मान भी लूँ आपकी बात कि वहाँ पर रोट लर्निंग तब भी रिक्वायर्ड होगी, तो एटलीस्ट जो एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड सब्जेक्ट्स हैं जैसे कंप्यूटर, मैथमेटिक्स एक्सेट्रा, वहाँ पर तो ये चीज़ कम हो जाएगी, जो कि अभी एग्जामिनेशंस की वजह से एटलीस्ट एज ऑफ नाउ है। ठीक है, तो स्टिल आई कैन से दैट भैया देखो यहाँ पर एटलीस्ट कंपेरेटिवली कम रोट लर्निंग होगी एज कम्पेयर टू जब एग्जाम्स होते हैं, तब और ज़्यादा रोट लर्निंग करनी पड़ती है। ओके, फिर हिस्ट्री जैसे सब्जेक्ट्स में भी आपका ध्यान फिर शिफ्ट किया जा सकता है एज टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आप उन चीज़ों से क्या सीख सको, इंस्टेड ऑफ लर्निंग व्हेन वाज द बैटल ऑफ प्लासी फॉट और व्हेन वाज और हाउ was the army or administration under the Mughals. If you could understand why that is important, like why is it important to have that kind of army structure, why it is important to have that kind of administration structure, that is something that can help you out in your life, right? Instead of rote learning कि वहाँ पर क्या डेट थी वगैरह वगैरह। तो अगेन जब एग्जामिनेशन चले जाएंगे तो फिर आप वो फोकस भी शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं। तो इस वजह से यू आर एबल टू शिफ्ट द फोकस टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग रादर देन रोट लर्निंग एंड ग्रैबिंग मार्क्स। ठीक, अब फिर हम जब इसके इम्पैक्ट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो जैसे हमने कहा स्टूडेंट्स के में तो हम यही कह देंगे। देन द सेकंड स्टेक होल्डर दैट वी हैड वर द टीचर्स। द सेकंड स्टेक होल्डर दैट वी हैड वर द टीचर्स। तो टीचर्स के बारे में हम ये कह सकते हैं कि अब टीचर्स को भी जो है, even for the teachers now they don't have to make their students mug up the things, they just have to they don't have to make the students mug up the things, rather they have to teach their students something that they will also enjoy doing now, because अब उनका भी फोकस इस पे नहीं है कि हम अपने बच्चों को रटवा दें चीज़ें, बल्कि इस पे है कि हम कुछ में भी मज़ेदार एक्टिविटी करें क्लास में, जिससे बच्चों को भी मज़ा आएगा एंड उनको भी ज़्यादा फुलफिलिंग लगेगी वो एक्टिविटी एज अ टीचर। ठीक है, सो टीचर्स आर बेनिफिटेड, हमने ये कह दिया। Yeah, so we showed how teachers are benefited. Then the third thing we need to talk about how the parents are getting affected, right? So when the students are learning in a better manner, then these parents who've given everything that they could, who've spent all the money that they could just to get a good education for their children, when the children are getting better education at the end, so the parents as well would be happy about it, they would be fulfilled, etc., right? देन अभी पेरेंट्स को भी फिर दे नीड नॉट सिट विद द स्टूडेंट, सिट विद द चाइल्ड, उससे 10 घंटा सुनते हुए, उसको याद कराते हुए कि ये क्वेश्चन याद कर लो फिर मैं तुमसे सुनूंगी। अब पेरेंट्स को भी वो करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, राइट? क्योंकि बच्चे को अब चीज़ें समझ आ रही हैं, सेट ऑफ उसको रटना पड़े, तो पेरेंट्स के लिए भी वहाँ पर एफर्ट कम होएगा, एक्टिविटी और ज़्यादा बेहतर बनेगी। तो पेरेंट्स कैसे बेनिफिटेड हो रहा है मैंने वो बता दिया। ठीक है, फिर सोसाइटी एट लार्ज, जब लोगों का, इंडिविजुअल्स का बेनिफिट होता है, जैसे यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स का, तो सोसाइटी लार्जली बेनिफिटेड होती ही है। अगेन, अब अगर आपने देखा हो तो जैसे मैं एंड की तरफ आया, थोड़ी थोड़ी इम्पैक्ट्स बोरिंग होने लगे। क्यों? क्योंकि फिर वो स्टेक होल्डर उतने इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं थे, एंड हो सकता है कि इस आर्ग्यूमेंट से उतने ज़्यादा डायरेक्टली अफेक्ट भी ना हो रहे। तो इसीलिए आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा आपके टाइम लिमिट के अकॉर्डिंग कि आपको कितनी देर तक या फिर कितने ज़्यादा स्टेक होल्डर्स के लिए इम्पैक्ट्स देने हैं। ओके, तो पहली अप्रोच ऑफ गिविंग द इम्पैक्ट्स इज द स्टेक होल्डर अप्रोच, इन विच you identify your stakeholders, then for every argument that you are giving, you just tell how is the stakeholder 1 getting affected, how is the stakeholder 2 getting affected, how is the stakeholder 3 getting affected. If this stakeholder approach is clear to you, then we'll move on to the next thing. Raise your hands if there are any doubts, or if you want to repeat if you want me to repeat something. No? Cool then. So the next thing that we are going to do is something very, very interesting, and that is the types or the levels of impacts. Now, why is this important? Or why is this interesting? Because it will help you get very deeper impacts which वुड नॉट बी वेरी इंट्यूटिव फॉर द पीपल, एंड जो आपके ज़्यादातर अपोनेंट्स होंगे वो इन इम्पैक्ट्स के बारे में सोच भी नहीं पाएंगे. सो व्हेन यू ब्रिंक अप समथिंग इन अ डिबेट दैट योर ओपोनेंट्स आर नॉट इवन एबल टू थिंक ऑफ, देन जजेस को ये चीज़ बहुत पसंद आती है कि चलो कुछ तो नया आया. बिकॉज तुम समझो, जब उनको 40 बैक टू बैक डिबेट स्पीचेस सुननी पड़ती हैं, दे गेट बोर्ड एट द एंड बिकॉज एवरी वन इज ब्रिंकिंग दो सेम आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, राइट? बट वेन यू ब्रिंग समथिंग न्यू, something with this level of analysis, this deeper understanding, they like it as well, right? And so that is why this types of impacts is very important for you to understand. Now, there are largely three types of impacts: direct impacts on direct stakeholders, indirect impacts, and thirdly, impact via messaging. There is not much to understand now in direct impact on direct stakeholders. मतलब वही है कि हमने अभी देखा था कि हमारे मोशन के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेक होल्डर्स कौन से हैं जो कि डायरेक्टली अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं मोशन से. अगर आप उनके वो कैसे अफेक्ट हो रहे हैं ये बता रहे हो, जो हमने पिछली अप्रोच में समझा था, then that is the first type of impacts, direct impacts on direct stakeholders. तो जो हमने stakeholder approach से करा, it's the same thing. Okay, the next thing is the indirect impacts. Now indirect impacts के लिए आप यूज़ कर सकते हो कुछ जिसको हम कहते हैं pestle analysis. We'll talk about pestle analysis in detail in some other class because right now we do not have that kind of time for it. But yeah, इसका मतलब बस ये है कि at large society में, कंट्री में, इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर आपके मोशन से क्या असर पड़ेगा, उसको हम कहते हैं इनडायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट्स. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ इंडिया टुडे सेज दैट फ्रॉम नाउ ऑन नो विल स्टॉप ऑल इम्पोर्ट्स इनटू आवर कंट्री, मतलब अब से हमारे कंट्री में केवल वो ही प्रोडक्ट्स बिकेंगे जो इंडिया के अंदर बनेंगे. हम चाइना से, अमेरिका से कोई भी प्रोडक्ट नहीं खरीदेंगे. ओके, अब इससे डायरेक्टली लोगों की लाइफ तो अफेक्ट होएगी, बिजनेसेस तो अफेक्ट होंगे, लेकिन साथ ही साथ इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे भी कई सारी चीज़ों पर असर पड़ेगा. वो सारा हमारा इनडायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट्स के अंदर आएगा. दूसरा तरीका इनडायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट्स समझने के लिए आप ऐसा समझ सकते हो, पेस्टल एनालिसिस की अगर थोड़े से हम डिटेल में जाएँ, कि पेस्टल का फुल फॉर्म होता है पॉलिटिकल, इकोनॉमिक, सोशल, टेक्नोलॉजिकल, एनवायरमेंटल एंड लीगल. कि आपके डिबेट टॉपिक से क्या पॉलिटिकल सीन में कंट्री के कुछ चेंज आएगा, क्या इकोनॉमिक में कुछ चेंज आएगा, क्या किसी तरीके का सोशल चेंज आएगा, क्या किसी तरीके का टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंज आएगा, क्या किसी तरीके का एनवायरमेंटल चेंज आएगा, क्या किसी तरीके का लीगल चेंज आएगा. We'll not go into a lot of details of all of these because we don't have again that kind of time, but I'll tell you a little bit about all. Agar whatever impact you are given, yeah, whatever argument you have, if that somehow affects the political scenario of the country, that is गवर्नमेंट को इफेक्ट कर रहा है, अपोजिशन पार्टी या पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को इफेक्ट कर रहा है, ठीक है, या इलेक्शंस कैसे हो रहे हैं वगैरह को इफेक्ट कर रहा है, इफ एनी ऑफ दिस इज हैपनिंग देन दैट विल कम अंडर पॉलिटिकल इम्पैक्ट्स. देन इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग मनी रिलेटेड, राइट, money related, economics related, economics is of course as the name suggests, if there is anything money related, then that would come under the second kind of impact, that's economic impact. Then if there is anything related to people, related to society, that कि मे बी अब लोग सोसाइटी में ज़्यादा इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, ज़्यादा एक दूसरे के संग घुलेंगे मिलेंगे एट्सेट्रा एट्सेट्रा, ऑल ऑफ दैट वुड कम अंडर सोशल इम्पैक्ट्स. देन इफ एनीथिंग इज ऑफ कोर्स इज द नेम, ज़्यादातर ये काफ़ी इंट्यूटिव ही है, जैसा उनका नाम से समझ आ रहा है कि अगर कोई भी चीज़ टेक रिलेटेड होगी, अगर कंट्री में कुछ किसी तरीके का टेक एडवांसमेंट हो रहा है या कुछ, तो वो आपका टेक्नोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट्स में आएगा. देन अगर आप अगर टेक इम्प्रूवमेंट हो रही है या फिर आपका टेक पुराना हो रहा है, ऑल ऑफ दैट वुड कम अंडर टेक्नोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट्स. देन if there is anything related to climate, related to wildlife, related to pollution, all of that would come under environmental impacts. ठीक है. Then if there is anything related to rules and regulations, related to constitution, all of that would come under legal impacts. ठीक है. तो हर डिबेट मोशन में या आर्ग्यूमेंट में ज़रूरी नहीं है कि कोई पॉलिटिकल इम्पैक्ट हो, इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट हो, सोशल इम्पैक्ट, या सारे के सारे इम्पैक्ट हो. नहीं, ये 6 टाइप के इम्पैक्ट्स हैं. It might be possible that out of these you have 3 kind of impacts in your debate speech, in your debate motion. It might be possible that there are only 2 of these. It might be possible that there are 4 of these in your debate, right? So it depends motion to motion. But whenever you get a motion, it's a good approach to just think that does my motion affect the political scenario? Can it have a political impact? Similarly, can my motion have an economic impact? Can it have a social impact? Can it have a technological impact? Can it have an environmental impact? Can it have a legal impact? If you ask these 6 questions, it can ultimately give you some good impacts in at least 2 to 3 of these. That will lead you to 2 to 3 good impacts, which is good enough for your argument. Okay. So we've done direct impact on direct stakeholders, and we've talked about indirect impacts. If there is any doubt in this, or if you want me to repeat any of this, please let me know. None? Okay, cool. So the third thing that we need to do is impact via messaging. Now what does this mean? देखो, whenever we do an action, whenever we do something, other people take a hint from it. They get a message from it, right? So if today Indian government bans imports of any foreign products, right? They say that from now on we will only let products made in India be bought by Indians. हम बाहर से कुछ नहीं खरीदेंगे. If that is what Indian government does, then the message that will go to other countries from it would be that India probably today is going to focus a lot on self-reliance. It has forgot about other nations. It's not caring about global trade. It is not caring how it not importing from other countries is going to affect other countries as well as India itself, because it would lead to harms within India. तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो लोगों को समझ आएंगी इस मोशन से, या ये होने से, ये पॉलिसी अप्लाई होने से, उसको हम कहते हैं इम्पैक्ट वाया मैसेजिंग. ठीक है. अगर कल को उठकर गवर्नमेंट कोई भी पॉलिसी लागू कर दे, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ दे से दैट फ्रॉम नाउ ऑन द वोटिंग एज वुड बी शिफ्टेड फ्रॉम 18 to 16 years of age. ठीक है. अब 16 साल के लोग भी वोट कर सकेंगे. तो उससे लोगों को समझ आ सकता है कि हाँ, प्रॉबली अब गवर्नमेंट को ऐसा लगता है कि 16 साल के जो भी बच्चे हैं वो भी अब बड़े हो चुके हैं, एंड दे हैव दैट डिसीजन मेकिंग एबिलिटी दैट दे विल बी एबल टू इलेक्ट अ गुड लीडर. साथ ही साथ गवर्नमेंट को शायद ये भी लगता है दैट दे हैव अ गुड वोटर बेस इन दिस 16 to 18 years of age people, एंड दैट इज़ वाई दे आर अप्लाइंग इट. तो आप क्या करते हो, उससे सामने वाले को क्या समझ आता है, क्या मैसेज उन तक जाता है, इसको हम कहते हैं इम्पैक्ट वाया मैसेजिंग. एंड दिस वुड लीड यू टू द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ इम्पैक्ट्स. लेकिन इसमें क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा डीपर एनालिसिस चाहिए होती है, कई सारी जगहों पर मे बी इम्पैक्ट वाया मैसेजिंग होएगा भी नहीं पॉसिबल. लेकिन अगर कहीं पर भी आपको इम्पैक्ट कुछ मैसेज मिलता है, कुछ मैसेज जा रहा है लोगों पर जिससे आप कुछ इम्पैक्ट दिखा सकते हो, then it leads to very unique and very deep impacts which can help you win a debate. Okay, do you guys want me to repeat this again, impact via messaging? No? Alright, cool. So at large what we've done today, two main things: stakeholders and impacting. Now, stakeholders are simply the people, the country, the tangible or intangible things, living or not living things, abstract ideas. All of this, whatever is getting affected by our motion, are the stakeholders that we've done. We've also understood that it's important to prioritize, at least in your mind, that which stakeholder is more important for you and which one is not that important. The second thing that we did was impacting, जिसमें हमने समझा that there are three kinds of impacts: direct impacts on direct stakeholders, indirect impacts, and impact via messaging. You can get direct impact on direct stakeholders via talking about or via thinking how your important stakeholders are getting affected by the motion. Similarly, you can get indirect impacts either by using the pestle analysis or by thinking how your lesser important stakeholders are getting indirectly affected by the motion. In the pestle analysis, if you expand upon it, it's about political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal impacts. The third kind of impact that you have is the impact via messaging, that whatever action you are taking, people will think of something that इस वजह से आपने ये एक्शन करा होगा, उससे लोगों के दिमाग में आपकी एक इमेज जाएगी, जिस वजह से लोग किसी तरीके से फिर उसके बेसिस पर एक्शन लेंगे, जिसको हम कहते हैं इम्पैक्ट वाया मैसेजिंग. Any doubt in all of this? No? Cool then. So that is all for today's class. I'm going to stop the recording now. Just give me a sec.